Well, hello, fellow champions. It's me, Johnny, the champion within, coming to you with an update. I made a short video just a little while ago talking about not being able to do the 5K, and pretty disappointed in that. And I was looking forward to this, and I thought I was going to maybe come in under 50 minutes. But as I said in the short, or if you guys didn't see it, I went to bed last night about 10 o'clock, feeling no pain. I was fine. I was going to bed early because I had to work an earlier shift today so that I could drive to Tennessee when I got off. But about 12:20, I woke up this morning with my left hip, which I have an artificial left hip. It's made out of cobalt chromium. I had it replaced, actually resurfaced 6 years ago, so it never gives me any trouble. But I woke up last night in just excruciating pain. It woke me up from a sleep, and I couldn't get back to sleep. No matter what I did, I couldn't find a comfortable position. My hip was absolutely killing me, so I was up all night long. So I got up this morning and came downstairs. I tried laying on the floor with my feet on the couch, tried elevating my legs, putting pillows under my legs. I tried everything to ease the pain, and I could not get the pain to subside. So I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube, of course, people talking about how grounding, as you guys see here, that's kind of what I do it a lot, can actually help with arthritis flare-ups. Now, I don't know all the science behind it. I know that we are electrical beings. We have positively and negatively charged ions within our body. And I guess apparently when you step on the bare ground, barefoot, you discharge into the earth, and that can help. I know it changes the viscosity of the red blood cells. The red blood cells act differently. I've seen that under a microscope. You know, prick your finger, get some blood, put it on a slide, put it under a microscope, then go stand outside barefoot on the ground for a while, get some more blood from a prick finger or whatever, and look at it under the microscope. And the red blood cells actually look different, and they respond to each other differently. So there's a lot of science behind grounding. It's not voodoo, and it's not, you know, it's not crazy talk. There's some science behind it. So after my wife left to go to work this morning, I just miserable. I couldn't get to sleep. My hip hurt. So I said, I'm going to go outside and stand. So I went outside and stood barefoot on the lawn in the front yard for 10 minutes. Now, in the pre-hospital setting and in the emergency room setting, and probably in other medical settings, when they talk about your level of pain, they give it a 0 to 10 scale. 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst pain you could possibly imagine. I was probably at a 7 when I went outside this morning. I just stood barefoot on the ground, pretty much in one spot, for about 10 minutes. And within 10 minutes, my pain was down to about a 4. So it just about cut it in half. And I was able to go upstairs and take a nap. I slept for about an hour and a half on the couch upstairs. And then I woke up with leg cramps in my right leg. So the leg cramps woke me up. So I've been drinking some electrolyte water, some sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Cramps are gone away. But I'm still at about a 4 on the pain scale. So I said, you know, I'm awake now, I'm up. I feel a little bit better. So I'm just going to stand out here on the bare ground with my bare feet, do some more grounding for about, you know, another 15 minutes or so. Just stand out here. It's pretty hot. It's like 90 degrees. But I'm going to stand out here and just do some more grounding and see if I can't get this pain level down. I certainly feel better now than I did. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know all the science behind this, but I can tell you that this absolutely worked. Nothing else worked. I took 2 aspirin. I'm limited the pain meds I can take because of what's going on with my heart. But I did take 2 adult aspirin earlier. They didn't do anything. But standing on the ground barefoot for 10 minutes cut my pain basically in half. So I'm going to try standing out here again for another maybe 15, 20 minutes, just standing, maybe walk around a little bit, but pretty much just let my feet continue to touch the bare earth, do some grounding, and see if I can't get this pain down to maybe a 2 or something, where I can hopefully get some sleep tonight because I'm exhausted. After the workout I did yesterday with that run, and then not sleeping last night, and then tossing and turning and being in pain all night long, I feel pretty whooped today. I'll get another 5K. That one coming up in June at Franklin Park sounds like a great opportunity for me to make up for lost ground. I'll have to maybe start a little earlier preparing for it. Maybe start doing 1.5 miles and then 2 miles and maybe 2.5 miles. I think trying to do 3.12 miles yesterday might have been a bit much. But ironically, the hip never hurt until after midnight, and it woke me up. So So you would think if it was doing damage to my hip or any, inflammation in there, it would have hurt at the time that it happened, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. Just a little anecdote here. And if you guys have any experience with grounding for pain relief, leave it in the comment section below. Tell me about it, okay? Also, I want to give a big shout out to my good friend Serge. You'll see Serge in this picture right here. Serge was supposed to be off tomorrow, and he agreed to work for me so that I could go do this 5K. He's my buddy at work. I feel so bad. Serge gave up his Saturday off for me, and now I can't do the 5K. Yeah, if I went there, even if I could make the whole thing, I'm sure my hip would be inflamed again. And I got to go back to work on Monday, so I'm not even going to risk it. Paying for a hotel, a couple $100 worth of gas to go there and back, 8 hours of driving, and they're supposed to rain and thunderstorm all day tomorrow in that area anyway. So I guess the stars just weren't aligned for me to partake in that particular 5K. Maybe we'll get it next year. And maybe between now and June, when I do this next 5K here in Concord, I'll be able to drop a few more pounds and take a little more pressure off that artificial hip. Anyway, guys, I'm just rambling now. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to my friend Serge. I love you to guest brother. He watches my channel. Great guy. Good friend of mine at work. He was actually gave up his weekend off so I could go do a 5K. And now I'm not going to be able to do it. So I feel bad about it. So I just want to jump in here and give you guys a quick update. I spent about 22 to 25 minutes out there on the ground when I was doing this clip, grounding barefoot on the ground. And my pain has gone from about a 4 to really less than 1. It's almost like a residual soreness now. It doesn't really hurt, but I can tell that it did hurt. It's kind of like a soreness, but it's right in the hip joint. Where prior to this last 25 minutes of grounding, it hurt in my hip, around the front of my thigh, and behind my kneecap. Now behind my knee and my thigh doesn't hurt at all. And it's just a little sore, like inside the hip joint. As a matter of fact, I came in and I basically ran up the stairs and got in this chair so that I could film this part before we end the video. And after I sat in this chair, I realized that I just ran up the stairs. And this morning when I was coming upstairs, I had to literally pull myself up using the handrail because my leg hurt so bad, my hip hurt so bad, I couldn't hardly maneuver it. So just the miracle of grounding. Who knew such a thing even existed? I spent 10 minutes this morning on the front yard. My pain went from a 7/8 down to a 4. And then 25 minutes in the backyard, I went from a 4 to basically a 1, a little bit less. And pretty amazing. I didn't have any idea that this kind of stuff actually worked. But I guess when you add this to the very low inflammation of the carnivore diet, some pretty miraculous things can happen. You guys, do me a favor. If you've ever had experience with pain mitigation from grounding, if you've had some kind of joint pain or back pain or any kind of ailment whatsoever, and you were able to improve it with grounding, leave me a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Also, if you do have some ankle pain, wrist pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, back pain, and you go outside and you try some grounding, letting your bare feet touch the earth, not the patio, not the porch, but the actual ground, the earth. Do it for 15 to 30 minutes and see if the pain gets any better. And then let us all know in the comments or make a video about it, because this is some pretty spectacular stuff. This is not in my head. I mean, 5-6 hours ago, I could barely get myself up the stairs at all, and it hurt like crazy to basically bouncing up the stairs to come film this last part of the video. It's the most incredible thing I think I've run across yet. And we're only talking about 35, 40 minutes total of doing it. And that was divided up over 30 minutes of a rest in between. So pretty amazing. Anyway, guys, love you. I'm going to let you finish the video here now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Well, we'll get him next time, Serge. You guys take care. I love you. And remember, carnivore, baby. Yeah.